you couldn't say, fading away. I hear whispers all around, but I'm still awake. I could reach for the stars, but I know it won't be heaven. Would you catch me if I
Hello everyone, it's Colin here, aka Lumberjack, and I've been meaning to make this video for a little while now, but unfortunately I've been sick for the last week, and I just haven't had the energy or the voice to be able to record anything. But now I'm feeling better, so here's a quick update video for you guys. So since I've been sick, I haven't had any crazy gains in stats, but I have made a little bit of progress. I got to 80 agility, so now I can train at the Gnome Advanced course by boosting with summer pies. I also went back and did a little bit of smithing with adamant plate bodies, and got that up to 90. I'm not too sure when I will commit to getting 99 though, so... I also started training Dungeoneering as well, and I have to say, I hate the skill the most. I hate the feeling of standing around looking for a group to do floors, and it just always seems that I'm being inefficient with it. So, if anyone out there is combat, or has combat friends, or maybe has a dedicated group for Dungeoneering and wouldn't mind letting me leech with them, even though I am really low level, I think I'm level 42 at the moment, they should definitely leave a comment in the description below with your RSN, so I can add you and we can do some hardcore Dungeoneering. I really want to get 120 before Evolution of Combat comes out, so if you ever see me online, definitely send me a PM, and I'll always be down for doing some floors. You can also find me in Hpfll space chat, friends chat, and I'm in there 100% of the time that I'm online. So don't be shy to come in and ask to be on my friends list, because I really want to get Dungeoneering done. Anyways, I've also just started to get my construction up as well. I'm only 82 at the moment, so that's only 2 levels of progress so far, but to be honest I've only trained it for a few hours the last couple of days. I'm doing mahogany tables though, with mouse keys, and I'm also using 2 keyboards while I train. Yes, 2 keyboards. This is pretty much the main reason why I wanted to make this video, seeing as how I thought it was a pretty interesting way to train construction. I used to hate doing con, to be honest, because I hated having to move my mouse around to click the messages to destroy the piece of furniture, as well as having to click the text options for having your butler retrieve more planks from the bank. Fortunately now though, we can click the numbers on our keyboards to select the text options we want. There was still an issue with this though. Seeing as how I use mouse keys while doing construction, my left hand is constantly on the far right side of my keyboard using the keypad numbers. This made it really inefficient to move my mouse back and forth to click the number 1 to skip the text, and I still really didn't want to move my mouse to click it. So I figured out that with a second keyboard placed just below the keypad on my main keyboard, I would have easy access to all my mouse key buttons, as well as having access to the number 1 key from my other keyboard, allowing me to easily skip through text options. Here is a video showing my setup. So in this clip here, we can see how I use this setup. There will also be a link in the description below to a video that I made about mouse keys and screen marker, so you can also know how to make your scaling a lot more efficient. The black SteelSeries keyboard is the main one that I use my mouse keys on, while the white Mac keyboard is the one that I use only for hitting the number 1 key to skip text. I like using a Mac keyboard over other keyboards, seeing as how it's a very thin membrane keyboard, rather than a mechanical style keyboard like my SteelSeries, which tend to have a lot thicker keys. So if you're familiar with mouse keys already, you'll know that the 8, 4, 6, and 2 keys are used to move your cursor in specific directions, while the 5 key is used like a left click on a mouse. In this particular skill, I only use the 2 key to move down and the 5 key to click. I also have my left thumb placed on the number 1 key on my secondary keyboard for skipping text. The sequence of keystrokes that I use are as follows. Right-click on the empty table. Hit 2 to move the mouse cursor down, and then hit 5 to select the option to build. Then click the item you want to build with your mouse, and as it finishes, right-click with your mouse. Hit the 2 button to move your cursor to the Remove Table option. Now with your left thumb, you will want to hit the 1 key to skip the text asking if you really want to remove this object. And that is basically it for construction of a table. As for the butler, all you'll need to do is right-click on him, hit that mouse key button number 2 and then 5, and again use your thumb to skip the text by hitting the 1 key. This will send him off to the bank to resupply you with planks to keep creating more tables. Describing like this may make it seem like a hassle and a waste of time, but in reality you can perform these moves very quickly. It's important to keep in mind that while training a skill, your biggest waste in XP is when your character is not performing the skilling animation. And I know it sounds pretty obvious, but it's to say that when you're banking when you're reading text, and all the time that's spent in between moving your mouse cursor around to click on things and to make your character perform that specific skill in animation, they're all going to add up and bring down your XP per hour. That is why it's always important to try and incorporate as many mouse keys into your skilling as possible, and to make every move you do that much faster and that much more efficient time-wise. As I let the clip run, you can see just how fast these actions actually get performed, and this lets me get as close to max XP per hour as possible. It's also very easy and doesn't require too much thinking, so I like to play some music or put a movie on to take my mind off the repetition and just let the muscle memory in my fingers do all the work for me. That's pretty much it for me from this construction tutorial, and as always you can find me in the Friends Chat Hpfll chat and the CC Consentus. There will be a link to each of their websites in the description below. If you like watching skilling progress videos and learning cool skilling tips like this one for construction, then make sure to like the video and subscribe to my channel for more content. And if you have any questions about what you saw today, feel free to leave a comment below or come find me in World 83. See you guys in the next video.
오빤 강남스타일 강남스타일